So we're good to go. All right, gather around if you like to. If you have a seat, if you want to, not stand up, that's fine. I wouldn't blame you if you stand up, stomp around a little bit, keep yourself warm. So thank y'all for coming today. We tried to put up a little bit of shelter so we keep the mist off from us. We thank the sellers for the opportunity to be handling this sale today. We're selling for the Bank of Edmonson County. Some people might not be aware of who owned it, but Bank of Edmonson County obtained it through a master commissioner sale. Valerie Ansel is here today. She's an officer with the Bank of Edmonson County, and she'll be signing the purchase contract. And they obtained the property through the commissioner sale. So I suspect then they'll deed you a special warranty deed. It'll come from the bank to you, property that they've obtained through default. Now we have, it was a real good, there's already surveys really existing on this, but we wanted to further mark the corners and as best we could and to clarify where the survey was out on the ground. So we had a new survey run on this, and it was performed by Mr. Davidson, young man that's gone out on his own the last couple of years, and he's a local fellow here that's doing a lot of surveying now, and surveyors can get real busy real quick when they get that license hung out there, and they do a good job. So Davidson Land Surveying is completed a new survey on the tracks along 31W, as well as the track that is 15 point, I believe, 2-3 or something. I'll look at this again. What, 3-5? Yeah, okay. We've been just advertising it as 15 acres. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about, we'll start with that track back there, being track number 3. Track number 3. That track is accessed by an easement, that's a recorded easement that runs from 31W, and it, according to the surveyor, runs along the left side of what was a water tower, I believe, there at one time, a chain link fenced in area that joins about where track number 1 is. So that runs to the left of that and curves on around, goes back up right up to the 15-acre track. Along that line there, along that right-of-way, if you've not been back up there, someone has deposited a pretty good pile of tires and stuff back in there. In case you haven't been up there to see it, I want to make you aware of it right now. I don't know what the standard would be on that, but I wanted to make you aware of it in case you haven't been back there. If you've looked at it, that's fine. But it looks to me like some of those is over, at least in the right-of-way a little bit. So, you know, if you just push them back and go on, whatever. I don't know what to advise you to do if you're the buyer on that. Wouldn't worry me that much, but anyway, I want to make you aware of it. But do like that, the easement up through there seems to be real accessible. I've driven my truck all the way up into where it goes into the forest. That's a track on one end is about 270 some feet wide, and according to the surveyor, it runs about 3,400 feet deep. So you've got a big long track there, and on either side of you there's thousands of acres of wilderness, which means that some of them old Uncle Bucks that stay back up in there for a few years and decides to come back across the area to visit some kinfolks, he may be crossing your property, and you'll be sitting up there with your in your deer stand inviting him to cross your ground, I suppose. So you know what the possibilities are for that track, and that's all I know about it. It looks like it's all wooded, and you will get a plat on it. That track may have just a little sliver along about this area. If you'll notice driving down the road, I don't know if we can see it from here or not, but you're right on the Barron and Edmonson County line right in here. So just a little bit of that 15 acres looks like they say approximately the county line. You'll probably never get a surveyor to identify an exact county line. state line, probably, as far as that's concerned. They're always going to say approximately. And so that's approximately. We've got that on the plat if you want to look at it. But part of it. So we're going to be selling all this property subject to any of the rules and regulations pertaining to the purchase of and the use of and the transfer of real property both in Barron and Edmonson County, with tract number 1 and 2 having the largest portion of it lying in Barron County, and again a sliver along the left side of it that is apparently from the approximate county line in Edmonson County. Now we've divided this parcel of 6 point something acres, 6.45 acres, into 2 tracts. But we're going to offer all these tracts individually, reserving the right to combine any and all tracts to obtain the highest and best bid for the sellers. Tract number 1, 3.45, and it's got a good bit of frontage. I believe about all of them, about those 2 tracts, Justin, front, I had it written down there and summarized. What did I have? 300 feet each or something like that? 455 feet approximately on number 1 and 345 on number 2. So you got a big, good frontage right here. You know what you might be able to do? You buy these 2 tracts and say you want to further divide them, and you abide by the any local planning commission's rules and regulations, and then you've got ample frontage, and you've got good construction sites back on these properties. They set up good and high, and it's my understanding that the sewer line is on the far side of the highway. Anybody correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it come down here from the Capeland sewer system, and they put that in, of course, going by the industrial park. We're within about 1,000 feet of the industrial park. We're 1.7 miles to your wheel roads up on the ramp to go to I-65 going north. And you're right here at Park City, so you can't beat this location. It's a great location. Business, homes, whatever right here in a great area. And I-65 stays busier all the time, so you've got a lot of potential in this location. And we will be using a 10% buyer's premium today. The terms will be 15% deposit, and the balance will be due within 30 days upon delivery of the deed. Well, sellers will furnish you with a deed. They'll pay for the deed, and the property taxes will be prorated up to the date the deed is delivered. Always obtain a title opinion. You hear me say every time you come to a sale of mine, at least, that you always should get a title search run by an attorney of your choice, so you'll be responsible for your own title search on this property. We are selling it subject to the survey and according to the cost and description as given by Mr. Davidson, the land surveyor. We are selling the property as is, both surface and subsurface, inviting you in our advertisement and today to inspect any and all property before you bid. If you said, well, I want to look at this tract up here, well, you go up there and start looking. Sale might be over when you got back, but you're free to do so. Anytime you want to look at anything we're selling, we'd be glad for you to do that. Again, 15% deposit. The balance due within 30 days. You'll have possession of it with the deed. Now, you know, I believe it's today. It's Black Powder weekend. Well, November, you get back into the regular deer season, so close out if you buy any of this as soon as you can, so you can get up here and start getting your scouting done and getting set up for those big bucks that's bound to be coming through there. Surely to goodness, if they're not in this part of the country, I don't know where they would be. Okay, anything else, Justin, you think of? Valerie, you know of anything? All right. Let me look at my handbill again in case I overlook something. One or two of these tracks might have some little old shack on them or something. But I'm not going. I didn't say anything about them because, if the line turns or something, you miss it, and they don't amount to much. So we've got track 1, 2, and 3, and we'll sell them individually, reserving the right to make combinations and the property, all of it in its entirety. Even though now I want you to know, when you look at your drawing, 1 and 2 does join, but it's probably about 100 feet or 85 feet, something like that, between number 3 and number 1. So number 3 doesn't join these, but while they don't join, we still reserve the right to combine them. Justin, if you will come up here and do the bid calling, we'll get started.
I got a question.
All right.
If the title proves faulty, do you get your 15% down?
Oh, yes. I always try to cover that.
Okay.
Hey, that's a real good question, Alan. And I knew there was something in my head I wasn't saying, but our contract, my contract again, that'll keep me straight here. This, if anybody wants to look over a blank contract, we've got one here. We hadn't filled it out, obviously. But we have in there a clause that says your 15% goes toward the purchase price. And then you have 30 days to close it. Now, and during that 30 days, if you run a title of opinion and there's a cloud, lien, or something that's such that it would prohibit the seller from delivering you a special warranty deed, then you would extend, Alan, to that seller another 90 days. And somebody said, well, I don't need 90 days. Well, sometimes if you run into something that's pretty deep, you may need some time. And we don't expect there to be anything. But that's a real good question. I'm sorry I didn't cover it. The buyer will say, okay, I don't have to buy it. I'll get my deposit back, and it clearly states that in my contract. Now, but you do have to give the seller some time to clear the title, okay? And give them as long as you want to, as long as you both agree to. I don't care, but I put in 90 days to give you a little more time. You know, for years, Beth, people put in 10 days. Well, that won't do it if you have any kind of major problem. Realtors, a lot of times, we've all for years on a private sale, we'll put in 10 days to clear the title. You can't do it in 10 days if it's a problem. All right, any other questions?
All right, so who owns between tracks 3 and 1 and 2? You said they don't join, right?
Number 1, let's see, I think you said 1 and 3. 1 and 3. It'll show on this drawing that we've got, Tommy. You may have not looked at it.
Okay.
Bradford Graves.
I got you. That's who owns the easement to that.
Hey, he'd go over, well, yeah, I guess if you look right along that road, you know, the Fortress Group joins us on the left side all the way back through there. And how far they come down here, I don't see another name out to the road, do you? It looks like Bradford Graves is in between 1 and 3. Okay, looks like here to me it's about 85 feet, but I don't know exactly. For some reason or other, a little 1.15 acre tract was sold off back in there, and that separated them. So there you go. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Can you confirm there's a cave entrance on track 2?
I can't.
No?
Because I've not been up in there looking around, but you are in an area where there's a lot of caves.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you might get up in there and find it. Somebody said something to me this morning about a cave road. There's a lot of caves through here, obviously. But I don't know. Somebody else around here that lives here, do you know where there might be a cave on any of these tracks? On 3, maybe?
Like you
go back there a good ways?
That road right there, right to where the first point to the top, very top of the hill, over to the right. I mean, I think anybody up there and show them right now.
Now, you might be gone a while or something.
No, I don't do it.
Oh, is there a cave up there?
Yes, sir.
Is it on 3?
Yes, sir.
What? Okay, if he says it is.
Look at it real quick.
Well, I don't think he won't do that. I think he's just curious since he got it one on there. But, gosh, I'm glad to hear that. I might buy that. I have one place to hide out every once in a while. For Regina, I like that better than what you call a doghouse, wouldn't you? You just don't want to go down too far in it. All right.
It don't go too far back.
Okay, that's good. That's the kind of cave I want. I want one where I can still see daylight. All right, guys. We're going to start selling track number 3 first. 15.358 acres. And we're going to talk about that's got to be a good hunting track.
Got to be good hunting. Got to be. All right, guys. I'm going to give 75,000, 75, 75, 75, 50,000 in. 50,000. 50,000. 50,000. Somebody get 50. Somebody start me somewhere, guys. 50,000. 15. 17 and a half. 15,000 now. 17 and a half. Track number 3, guys. I got 15,000 bids. Somebody get 1750. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 15, 17 and a half. Now 20. 20 down. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. 17 and a half. Now 20, 20 down. 20. 17 and a half. Bid of 20. 17 and a half, now 20. Anybody want to give 20? 20,000, 20,000, 20,000.
an acre.
Yeah, just a little over $1,000 an acre, guys. 18, 19, 20, now 2 and a half, 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 20,000 here, down 2 and a half, 22 and a half. I got 20 bids. I'm going to get 22 and a half.
If we combine them, we'll do the multiplier.
Yeah, we'll do multi-par if we need to, guys. 20, now 2 and a half, 20 down here, now 2 and a half, anybody want to get 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20,000 here, now 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 20 here, 2 and a half, 20,000 here, now 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20,000 is a bid. Anybody want to give 22 and a half on 15.358 acres, guys? Good little strip here. 15, 20, now 2 and a half, 20, now 2 and a half, 22 and a half. Anybody want to give 22 and a half? 22 and a half. 20,000 is the bid. Anybody want to get 22 and a half? 22 and a half. 20,000 is the bid. Anybody want to get 22 and a half? Anybody give 22 and a half? 22 and a half. 20,000 now 2 and a half. 20,000 here now 2 and a half. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 20 here 2 and a half. 20,000 here now 2 and a half. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 20,000 here now 2 and a half. I got 20,000. Anybody want to get 22 and a half? 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 20,000 here now 2 and a half. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. Here, 20,000 is the bid. Anybody want to get 22 half? 22 and a half. 22 and a half. Anybody, anywhere, want to get 22 and a half? 20,000 here, now 2 and a half. Anybody want to get 21,000? 20 now, 1. 20 down here now, 1. But a 1. Anybody want to give 21? 20,000 here now, 1. But a 1. Guys, we ain't going to tarry all day now. If you want to bid, let's go. Here, 20 now, 1. 20 here now, 1. But a 1. 20,000 here now, 1 bit of 1. Anybody going to 21, 20 here now, 1. $20,000 is a bid. Anybody going to get 21, 1.
Count down.
20,000 now, 1. Anybody going to get 21? Going once. 20,000 now, 1. Anybody going to get 21? 20,000 now, 1 bit of 1. Going twice. 20 now, 1. 20,000 now, 1 bit of 1. 20,000 now, 1. Third and final call. Anybody want to bid? It's time to bid.
We reserve the right.
We reserve the word.
Right now, if they get locked together, you know, now's the time to bid.
Right, now's the time to bid if you're interested in track 3, guys. I got 20,000. Anybody? 21. Third and final call. Anybody, anywhere, want to bid? 20 now, 1 bit of 1. 21.
Put it on 249.
Buyer number 249 at $20,000 is for the time being.
Wind always blows when I put papers out.
Alright guys, we're going to continue right on around to track number 1 now. It'll be 3.45 acres. It'll be partially in Edmondson and Barron County both, it looks like. So, yep, you can record your deed in both counties.
Probably would.
Wouldn't hurt nothing to do that. Alright, track number 1. 3.45 acres. 25,000. 20,000. 7,500. Who get 10,000? 75, 7,500 now, 10, 75 now, 10,000. 7,500 is a bid, $10,000. Track number 1, guys. $7,500 now, 10, 75 now, 10, 7,500 who give 10, 10,000. 7,500 is a bid. Anybody want to give 10 to 10, 10,000. 7,500 now, 10, 75 here now, 10, 75 now, 10. 7,500 now, 10, 75 now, 10. 75 now, 10. Anybody want to give 10? 10. Who give? Somebody give me $8,000. 7,500. Who give 8,000? 8,000. $7,500 hidden now. Anybody want to give 8,000? 8,000. 8,000. $7,500 now. 75 now. Wait. 75 no $8,000 you give 3.45 acres, guys. I've only got 7,500. Anybody want to give 8,000? 8,000. 8 now 9. 8,000 now 9. 8 now 9. 8 now 9. Anybody want to get $9,000? I got 8,000 is the bid. Anybody want to get 9,000? 8,000 now 9. 8,000 here now 9. Bid of 9. Bid of 9. Anybody want to get 9,000? 9,000. 8,000 is the bid. Anybody looking at 9? I'm not counting it down. I'm just going to say sold on this one, guys. So
yeah, now you're not
get with
going
it.
to count on this one.
I got 8,000. Anybody want to get 9?
Hey, guys, think about it. If you were to divide it in half, you got a 1.7 something each, right?
Yep.
And at 4,000, well, they got
1.725 acres each if you divided it
in
in
8,800. And you divide that, that's $4,400.
I got 8,000.
A lot.
Anybody want to give 9,000?
Sell it.
Sold for the time being. Buyer number 246 at $8,000.
All right, then we go to number 2. Now, we will reserve the right to make combinations, and you may have a request for a combination. And it'll be subject to our accepting the request.
All right, guys, we're going to go to track number 2. Is going to be selling now. It will be 3.0 acres. 3 acres even.
That just puts you that much closer to the interstate.
Oh, looky there. You're going to be right here close in Park City. Yeah, we're standing on in track 2 right now, guys.
Yeah.
Somebody gave 5, now 7.5, 505,000, now 7,500. I was spending dollars, wasn't I? 5,000, now 7,500. 5,000 now 7,500. 5,000 is the bid. Anybody got 7,500? 7,500. $5,000 now 7,500. 7,500. 7,500. 5,000 is the bid. Anybody got 7,500? 7,500. 7,500. 7,500. Who gives $6,000? I got 5. Anybody get 6? Now 7. 6,000 now 7. 6,000 here now 7. 7,000 7. 6,000 now $7,000. Guys, you're dirt cheap here, guys.
Yeah.
6,000. Anybody winning $7,000? 6,000 is the bid. Anybody winning 7? 7. 6,000 now 7. 6,500 now 7,000. 6,500 now 7. Bid of 7. 6,500 now 7. 7 now 5. 75. 7,000 here now. 7,500 guys. I got 7,000. Anybody got 75? 7,000 here now. 7,500. 75 here. 7,000 is the bid. Anybody got 7,500? 7,500. 7,500. 7,000. Anybody got 7,500? 7,500. 7,000 is the bid. Anybody got 75? 75. 75. I'm not going to count this one down either, guys. I'm going to sell it. 7,500 now. 8. You want to give 8? 8. 7,500 now. 75 now. 8. 8,000. 8,000. 7,500 now. 8. Anybody want to give 8? Anybody want to give 8? Yes or no, sir? 7,500 now. You're in at 7,500 now. 75 8. Sold it for the time being. $7,500 on buyer number. What was that number one more time? 248.
248.
Sure does show up good, huh?
Yes, it does. That's what
to be at 75,000.
That's
Where we should have been.
All right. Now, does anybody want to make a combination of 1, 2, or 2 and 3, or 1 and 2 together? Anybody want to make a combination of anything?
You know, it looked funny. You could combine 1 and 3, even though.
Yeah, you can do 1 and 3.
Whatever combination you.
Anybody want to make any combinations?
Just call us over.
Just call us and we'll tell you what it is.
Anybody? Anybody want to lock? I'll just ask y'all, maybe give you an idea. Okay, now one more time I'll ask. Does anybody want to combine 1 and 3?
We could do 1 and 2 for what, 16,000?
Well, I was going to go to it next. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. You can do 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Does anybody want to make a combination of 1 and 2 for 16,000?
These two tracks.
Be the 2 front tracks here on the highway.
8,000 apiece. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Anybody?
What would you do 2 and 3 for?
2 and 3. What do we got?
27.5.
Say 28.
28.
That's simple. I mean, we're not hard to deal with. $500 raise. We won't come under that.
No.
Now, we are going to sell the property today. The bank's
The property is going to sell, guys, so don't be bashful. You need to be bidding
we
today.
didn't advertise it absolute, but the bank president told me that it's going to sell.
Yeah, it's selling. So
if you want to bid,
you need to bid today because this might be the last time you get to bid on this property.
Lock 2 and 3 together, we'll certainly do it.
28,000. You want to do that?
We'll do it.
No, right now.
Okay. All right. Now is the time. The best time to buy land is when it's available.
Yep. And it's available today, right now.
The best time to buy real estate is when you can. And right now you can. Oh, do not let this opportunity pass by.
Yeah, you better not let it pass by. You're going to be kicking yourself in the butt in the morning. Or maybe later this afternoon whenever somebody kills a 20-point buck back there on 3.
Does anybody want to... I'd ask you that one more time. Does anybody want to lock 2 and 3 together?
Anybody want to lock 2 and 3? 1 and 2?
Now, we could work here another 30 minutes, and if we went up like $500 a time, it wouldn't make that much difference in what little commission we're getting. What we're trying to do is...
Make it an opportunity for you.
Oh, an opportunity. You're here, and we want to be sure that you have an opportunity. So,
Were you bidding on 2?
all right, here we go. Does anybody want to lock it all together?
Interested in the cave
Might
there.
want to combine
That's
it
all
all.
I'm interested in. It's a small cave on it. Is that what you're interested
Do
in?
you join in this up here on the other end? Is it one of the fellows here that joins in on that end? I need to meet him. Do they live up there, or is it just Grant?
36,000, I think, locks it all together.
Anyway, I mean,
Anybody wants to lock it off for
a couple
36?
of
I
buddies
think
real
that's the way it's
interested
going to be.
in the cave that's back there.
20 or
cave
35.5.
historians.
Oh, really?
So, I mean,
Anybody want to lock it off for 36,000?
yeah. Written books on it and everything. So
Cheap.
we're not really all that into the land. So we just
Well, it's just development on my part. I've got multiple pieces of property, but I've got to get it within my profit margin.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to make a combination of anything?
no, nothing.
Well, I've seriously considered it, but with my profit margin, it's not quite there. So.
But I'd be willing to talk to you if it goes this way about some of the land, if that helps you out or whatever. Because I mean, we only are interested in one thing.
I got it.
So just keep that as an option if it works
I
out.
will.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got that piece of property kind of scattered around. I was just in Taylor County yesterday. I'm actually considering bidding on a 36-acre farm over there. Well, it's mostly all timber, though. Considering making a bid on it here probably Monday.
Okay.
But I don't live too far from this area.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know about this sale till yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do?
I live up Bullitt County, so I'm about 50 minutes away or an hour.
I know it. I slipped in there on you on that one. Well, you should have bid on it.
I got to factor in those are worth.
Sure.
I've got to factor in
All right, guys.
restrictions are on the water and sewer right here.
That's right.
We can write 3 contracts as well as we can write 1, so
Like I said, we
this is it.
don't do anything with it. We're just going to keep it and preserve it. But I mean, we don't. All we need is access to that.
All right, I'm going to count the sale down then.
Does
Anybody want anything? Going once.
And you know what? You may be standing there while he's counting, and you go like, "I've been contemplating this."
But I know
I'm
you
just
worth a
saying.
whole lot of money.
Going twice. Anybody?
Need to borrow it.
Hey, Tom,
Anybody?
you got a lot. You want it? It's a good chance to go back and pick that third track up if you have any regrets about not buying it. That's the only way you can do it.
I know. The only problem is it costs a fortune to clean it up.
Well, you don't want to clean that up. You want to leave that at Weldon.
Third and final call. Anybody? Anybody anywhere?
Anywhere.
This is it. Third and final call.
We're going to write 3 contracts for what? The way it is up there. 8,000, 7,500, and 20,000. Yes.
All right, I just declared the property sold in 3 different tracks, 3 different buyers, and what it says right here on the board. Guys, we appreciate you coming out.
I know personally the guy who owns the easement, Brad Graves.
Okay.
And let's say he's peculiar.
Is that right? I'm friends with him.
He's a good-natured feller, but he's strange.
Well, I knew the reptile garden. It was right about in here.
Right about in here, yeah.
And I didn't really advertise that because a few people.
There was no cavers here. I would have known them if they'd been here probably.
Another thing though too is if you talk about this, I mean, people said to me, "Well, you're going to sell the snakes too?" You know, people knew about it.
If you don't know exactly how you want the deeded,
You can tell me later.
done, you can. Okay, I can figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, as long I would put in there my full name and then go parentheses will call on deed. I mean, just put your name down so we can see.
Oh,
who's signing
gotcha.
it, you know,
Yeah.
just print your name under your signature.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then we'll have the phone number there.
Okay.
Get that done.
And any estimate on the title search and all that? What that might?
Generally, it varies from different attorneys.
Ballpark.
It usually runs from 150. I just paid $450 for a title opinion. Yeah. But it was a whole lot of stuff involved. And it'll run from $150 to $300.
Okay.
Generally around
Just
here.
ballpark. Yeah.
Yeah, ballpark. Yeah.
So y'all going to develop or no yet? Good luck to you. Whatever you do.
We got some on the other side.
Oh, really? Okay.
Borders. Well, it doesn't border it. Through the woods.
Up over the hill.
Oh.
It's all on Cemetery Road. I had to get to it from here, but
Well, like I said, we're only pushing this for the historical value, so we don't plan on developing or doing anything. So keep us in mind, or you know, if you ever want to talk, let us know. But that's it. We're
ready.
Yeah, I wrote my name down.
I got it.
All right.
Well, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
You combine them all 3 together, and you actually got it. So that's great.
I was happy. Yeah, I knew that could happen, but
Well, and then the way we would have done it, what we do is, let's say somebody locked all 3 of them, and we would have gone over to you and said, okay, you will, if somebody raised it, let's say $500. Well, everybody wouldn't have had much to chip in to keep their track. See, he could have said, well, I'll be at 8,500, and then well, no, you were at 7,500. He said, well, yeah, I'll be at 8,000, and then the other one said, okay, I'll be at 85. Then without being the combined bidder, we do that.
Oh, you do that? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, we go like if somebody locks it all together, then we just go around to each.
Yeah.
We just each track buyer then can get back in.
And then I think that's the first.
I think it is too.
Okay.
Well, down through the years, we've learned that, like guys sat in the coffee shop on Monday morning, they said, I had number 3 bought, and they locked it all together. And I lost it. Used to, it was just it.
Right.
You at the end of the trail. And then he might sit there and say, how much you get it bought for? Well, I had 10,000. I would have given 15. See, so the seller's leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
So what you're doing now is you're giving everybody
an
opportunity to take it all the way.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That
Works
fair.
out fair, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we first started doing that, the combined bidder, some of those old guys had been around sales for years, something that they combined bidder, they'd say, well, that's not fair. You know what I mean?
Right.
The guy that bid it all together, he'd go like, well, that's not fair for them all team up.
I can't believe that 15 acres went for what it went for.
Oh,
I mean,
that's dirt cheap.
I know. I couldn't believe it. So.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah, that is. But see, the downside to that was the access.
Access.
And
it didn't help us
the way it was. I looked at it. I didn't.
That hurt us.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to turn down.
Oh, I think you will.
Yeah.
He'll flip that.
Well, I thank y'all. Y'all made my first auction ever. Y'all made it a pleasant experience. Yeah, I've never done anything like this.
Well, good.
So yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, I do too.
Sure glad. Now let me put my cell number on there.
Okay.
So if you want to call me direct.
All right.
I've been doing this thing for about 50 years, and Justin's been an auctioneer in a while, and so You know, I guess
For several years.
we,
now.
One on 10?
first time we've had. I guess I've had people before though, be it because of the cave. I developed a piece of property one time and had a cave on it, and I ended up calling it Cave Valley.
Cave Valley.
And I made the cave the big. I made the cave the big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that was the.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
Well, what you might want to do is tell them you're going to reopen the serpent.
That's right, the reptile garden.
Reptile garden. I don't know that you can draw a crowd if y'all were to go back in that business.
No, I don't think so.
You probably could. What was it? A guy was telling me. Oh, Tommy Houchins. You know, Tommy. You know, Zeke, and then they grew up maybe up in here. But he said he said us boys, we would take them and sell them. This is a good story for you. He said we would sell them snakes, and we'd capture them, and they'd pay us. That man would pay us $1 a foot for a copperhead. And he said we'd go up there, and he said, man, if we got $4, we was rich. We'd catch a 4-foot copperhead and take it up there. And he said we'd go in there and said he'd have a basket full of rattlesnakes, and he had this big pit. He'd just throw them down in that pit, and then he'd come up there and he'd have a bucket full of mice. They'd throw them mice down in there, and he'd say they'd just be gone in no time.
I bet.
That kid, Tommy's a kid. He's watching all that.
Wow.
I'm like, man, bad dreams. It's good to meet you, William.
Yeah, good to meet you all. Thanks again.
Yes,
and so I guess what's the next? You'll contact.
Well, what you're going to need to do is once you know how you want that deed done,
let you know. Okay.
You can either reach out to us by email.
Okay.
Or by the by phone.
Okay. Well, one of my friends is on a business trip this week, so is next week?
Yeah, week after next fine.
Okay.
You've got 30 days.
Okay.
Now, we're like any other real estate company. We like to close everything as soon as we can.
Absolutely, and we do too.
And it's no use in, just waiting around. So what we'll do is, since you all have given me the okay to get an attorney, whoever I deem to do it, I'll go ahead and get the title work started. Okay. And then whenever you all let me know how you want the deed, we'll just get the same attorney to knock out the deed.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Let you look it all over.
Okay.
And we're ready to close.
Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you, William.
Bye-bye.
Good, Bill.